Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda, for those of you who are new, and this is Dead Garden Tarot. I have a message for you today, and the message is your blue is beautiful. So what that means is you are beautiful when you're sad. You're beautiful when you're soft. You may be a really pretty crier. It came up a couple of times about over the last few days or this week about the difference between a pretty crier and an ugly crier. And this has nothing to do with whether you're pretty yourself or maybe not so much. You can be the most beautiful person and be like the worst ugly crier ever. And I've seen people who are not so good looking and they're beautiful criers, so take that as you will. Blue has been popping up everywhere. So maybe you have blue eyes, maybe you have a lot of blue in your wardrobe, and people compliment you a lot when you're wearing blue. Maybe you have blue hair, maybe you have a lot of blue decor in your room, in your house. Blue birds, maybe you like the blues, maybe you sing the blues, maybe you play the blues. Blue paper, blue pens, everything blue. Yeah, so I pulled from the Divine Guidance Tarot. I'm doing this a little bit different because Spirit has guided me to do so, and I've asked a few times and the answer is the same. So yeah, so the Divine Guidance, the first one that came out is number 14, and number 14 is gratitude. It's really pretty. Okay, so actually maybe we'll do this. So gratitude is a very powerful energy which can open both the heart and the mind to all the wondrous blessings we are given. Take time each and every day to offer your deepest heartfelt gratitude for all that you have and are given, and make a conscious effort to look for all the good that is flowing into your life. Send your love to all of those you cherish and love, and your acknowledgement of the divine flow that supports and provides for you opens your energy in a powerful way, and you will become your own bright light even in the darkest of times. Yeah, so when you are soft, when you're grateful, and you stand in an energy of gratitude and even tears of joy, right? Beautiful. And then the second card that actually came out, because they both popped out at the same time, was number 10. And number 10 is gentleness. You are an intricate being that is unique and diverse in your own special way. Spirit asks you to be gentle with yourself and accept the delicate nature of who you are. The spiraling energy is here to remind you that there is a great power and strength in your softness, and it is here to assist you in healing you on all levels. It is also here to remind you that you are a divine being of light, who is as deserving as any other human being on earth. Smile and recognize your own authenticity and beauty in all of your glory. So that totally goes with the message that I've been picking up over the last couple of days. Really nice, gorgeous cards. Next, I was being guided to go with the Runic Odyssey. So we're gonna do that. So what can we get for the gratitude, number 14? What can we get for 14? Happy Friday the 13th to all of you. Hope you're all doing well. What can I get for the gratitude, please, for the collective? No? Okay. What can I get for the gratitude card? Okay. Yeah, necessity and need. I'm gonna butcher this. Now-thiz? Now-thiz? Oh God. I'm working on it. Yeah, necessity and need. Keeping your hands open to receive, because when we are clenched, when we are tight, when we are stressed and angry, we do not receive and we are not open for those blessings to come in, so that we stay in a state of gratitude and allow those blessings to flow to us and through us. For these two, yeah. Okay, so Haagen-Dazs, maybe you like Haagen-Dazs, just kidding. What is it, Destruction in Crisis? Yeah, Destruction in Crisis. So you may be going through a rough time right now, and if you stay in a energy of gratitude and an open-mindedness, open-heartedness, and really appreciate that which you have, it will allow things to come to you, and you will notice the very small blessings that the universe gifts you. Degas, awakening and breakthrough. So you might slowly be coming out of a period of this destruction and crisis. And this destruction and crisis could also be the destruction of the old, the destruction of, wiping clean anything that is no longer serving you in your life, so that it prepares you for all that good that's slowly starting to come in. The awakening and the breakthrough, I think, is going to be heading toward us very soon. I'm getting a lot of like the spring equinox, right when that kind of hits. I myself have really feeling the small blessings starting to really trickle in. Yeah, I'm getting a picture of, so I was just watching Lonesome Dove. It's like an old 80s series, and it's a frontier type show, and it reminds me of when the rain comes down after like a huge drought, right? Like the destruction kind of thing, feeling dry, feeling in the heat, a lot of the pressure, and then it starts to rain, and these little tiny streams where there's barely any water with a bunch of rocks ends up turning into like a full-fledged like raging river, right? And that river itself is a blessing, and it also wipes away all of the debris and the the not needed garbage. Yeah. Okay, so what can we get for gentleness, right? Number 10. So 10 is a mastering number, and it is also a full completion number. So maybe you're ready. Maybe you're at that point, right? Maybe you've mastered your emotions. Maybe you've mastered and are ready to be in your gentleness. Yeah, and maybe you realize that it's okay to cry, it's okay to be emotional, it's okay to be a deep thinker and a deep feeler. For those of you that, maybe neurodivergent and have a lot of mental illness, or we were taught not to be emotional, being told that you're too emotional, you're oversensitive, that sort of thing. And if you were, crying, that old boomer thing where it's like, stop or I'll give you something to cry about, that sort of thing. That was always my favorite. Introspection and ego is coming out. Issa. I'm pretty sure this is also the freezing rune, if I'm not mistaken. So, understanding yourself and understanding I'm getting like humility and being humble, the freezing of the ego, but at the same time So people talk about ego death all the time. And I've said this before, but I'll say it again. I like to think of an ego death not as a death. I like to think of it. um, I'm having a great day. Honestly, I am. I'm not being sarcastic. Thinking of it as throwing your ego in the trunk of your car, right? So your ego is there to protect you, right? But we don't want it driving the car. We want to stay humble. So we pay attention when we need to. Yeah. So being introspective of yourself, your feelings, and how you move in the world. Being gentle with yourself first and foremost. And then you will be able to be gentle with others. Weird word. Weird word. Wired. Unknowable and secret. Interesting. And this is gratitude, gentleness. Maybe you keep your gentleness and your beauty under lock and key. Maybe you keep your softness and your femininity locked away as a protection, which is where your ego comes into play to protect you, right? Masking. That's interesting. Maybe you were not allowed to be soft. Maybe you were not allowed to be feminine. A lot of women grow up not feeling safe, being in survival mode. And so therefore they were taught that it was a danger to themselves and it made other people uncomfortable. So they had to formulate a different sort of self to make their way through life. Okay. Yeah. On the bottom of the deck, we have new moon. We have new beginnings. So you're stepping into a new beginning very, very soon. So I would definitely, if it's not going to happen in March, it'll happen in April. I really feel that. I'm drinking peppermint tea. Yeah, tarot. Let's get into it. Okay, we're using the traditional manga. So, what can you tell us about the collective's blue being beautiful? Wow, okay. Okay, don't take that then. All right, fine. All right, we're mixing it up. We're shuffling. I'm hearing take the ones on the floor. Really? Okay, so this one was the furthest away, right? And then I think it was these two. So, okay, so with the destruction and the crisis, the Nine of Swords, again, your blue is beautiful. So you may have been going through a lot of mental illness, maybe feelings of betrayal, feelings of loneliness. I'm getting a lot of, again, with that mental turmoil. I'm getting a picture and a feeling of like debris in my head, and it's like starting to like filter out like this. So that's good. So I feel like you're slowly starting to come out of this energy. And this was the furthest card. So I feel like you're going to be, yeah, coming out of that. Or you are coming out of it and it's kind of far away from you. Judgment is coming up as well. And you see how she has the wings on her head? I feel like you're changing your thinking. You're allowing your brain, again, to like filter out all of that debris, and it's giving you that freedom. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is amazing, right? That gratitude, those blessings that are coming in. Yeah. And you may even, with this parrot on the shoulder, you may be even clairaudient. You may receive a lot of messages from your guides, your spirit team. And with the Judgment and her, with this instrument, maybe what you speak comes into manifestation so that you have your hands open, to receive those blessings. Whatever it is that you're asking for is coming to you. And just so we're clear, I really like this deck because it's one word and it's simple and to the point, and then it allows you to do whatever you want with the pictures. So I just want to quickly look. Yeah, the nine of Pentacles is about abundance. And then what do we have? Yeah, Judgment is about the beginning of an end. Yeah, that's really good. That's exactly what I was talking about. Okay, great. Wonderful. So what can we get for this is gratitude, right? Gentleness. So we have the introspection and the unknowable and the secret. So you may not be aware of what's coming to you. You may be asking for something, but I feel like there's something around the corner that is a blind spot for you. And it is meant to be that way because the universe wants to surprise you. Maybe you find the color blue really calming and soothing. Maybe it's your favorite color. If it's not your favorite color, type what your favorite color is in the comments. Or don't. My favorite color is green and purple. What can you tell me about this gentleness, please? This introspection, the secret. Okay, great. The Lovers. I heard receiving love and learning how to love yourself. That's really nice. And she is totally naked. I should probably cover that up. My bad. I mean, or not. But YouTube doesn't like that, so I've never noticed that before. Sorry. I'm gonna have to put stars on her boobs. Okay. 10. And 10 and 10. So 10 might be a number. Again, mastering 10 of Cups. Well, I mean, wow. Okay, so I'm just gonna cover that. So with the Lovers and the 10 of Cups, with this gentleness, your softness, this soft feminine era that you're moving into, this is bringing forth a new love for you. You learning to be in this energy is bringing a blessing and a huge gift from the universe, which is what the secret is. Wow. That's so nice. Well, aren't you a lucky person? Girl, woman, however you identify. That's so nice. Yeah, and this 10 of Cups is really different. This is ultimate family happiness and bliss. You know, the husband, and there's, you know, a child there, so maybe you want a family. But you see how she's really happy, but she's looking over her shoulder and she's smiling. She's so grateful and so happy and joyful that she's looking back, and it's like she's looking at her spirit team, she's looking at her angels, and she's saying thank you. You know? Holding in her heart and her soul that gratefulness. That's so beautiful. I'm actually just gonna leave it there. Keep it short and sweet, yeah? Yeah. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and check the description down below for the link to my Instagram. I will be posting a pick a card in my stories if you want to follow me there, if you have Instagram. And remember to like and share and subscribe. Become part of the garden, where you can play and you can cultivate and you can heal and you can plant the seeds of your dreams and manifest the way that you want your life to be. Peace.